comes a moment in life when you pause and wonder why things are not moving as fast as you desire. You question your ability, your strength, and your worth. But let me remind you today, it is not your potential that is missing. It is your focus that needs to be reclaimed. The universe has already planted seeds of greatness within you. It is time to nurture them with clarity and intention. Within you lies a reservoir of untapped strength, a wellspring of possibility waiting patiently for you to notice it. So often we look outside ourselves for validation, for permission, for signs that we are capable of more. We seek confirmation from others, from achievements, from milestones, as if our worth needs to be measured by what the world reflects back to us. Yet, the truth is simpler and far more profound. Your power has always been within you. It is not something you have to earn, beg for, or chase. It is your birthright. There are moments in life when you may feel small, overlooked, or uncertain about your next steps. Those moments are not proof of your lack of worth. They are gentle reminders to pause and return inward. Too often, you have been conditioned to believe that strength must be loud, visible, and constantly applauded. But real inner power is not about shouting or forcing. It is about knowing who you are, even when the world is silent. It is about standing in your truth, quietly and confidently, without needing external approval. Recognizing your inner power begins with acceptance. Acceptance that you are not broken, that you do not need to become someone else to be valuable, and that the qualities you already possess are enough to create extraordinary change. So much of your potential has been hidden under layers of doubt, fear, and the stories you have told yourself over the years. Stories like, "I'm not ready yet," "I'm not smart enough," or "I always fail." These stories are not truths. They are habits of thought, and habits can be changed. The moment you decide to rewrite that inner narrative, you give yourself permission to step into the life you were meant to live. To recognize your inner power, you must first become willing to meet yourself with compassion. Stop criticizing yourself for the times you stumbled or for the opportunities you missed. Each so-called failure was a step on the path of becoming. Each setback was a teacher in disguise, guiding you towards strength, resilience, and wisdom. Power is not born from a life of perfection. It is forged through the fires of experience. The cracks you carry are not flaws. They are entry points for light to shine through. When you start to honor your own journey, your energy shifts. Instead of asking, "What's wrong with me?" you begin to ask, "What can I create with what I already have?" That question alone opens a door to a new way of living. The truth is, you have always had enough potential. Every skill, every lesson, every resource you need to begin already exists within or around you. What is often missing is not potential. It is the belief that you can direct that potential towards something meaningful. Focus turns possibility into power. Think of a seed buried in the soil. It holds within it the blueprint of a magnificent tree. Yet it cannot flourish if it is constantly being dug up to check if it is growing. It needs consistent nourishment, sunlight, water, time, and the quiet confidence that its design already contains everything it needs to become what it was destined to be. You are that seed. Your inner power is not a future achievement. It is the essence you already carry. It only asks that you trust its process and give it your attention. Start with small, deliberate acts of self-trust. Each time you keep a promise to yourself, each time you say no to what drains you and yes to what uplifts you, you strengthen that power. Each time you pause instead of reacting, speak kindly to yourself instead of with criticism, or choose courage over fear, you send a signal to your mind and your heart. I am capable. I am worthy. I am enough. You do not need to wait for someone else to hand you the key to your own potential. You are the key. The door you keep trying to unlock from the outside was always meant to be open from within. The life you desire does not begin when the world changes. It begins the moment you realize you have the ability to change your perspective, your habits, and your focus. Today, as you read these words, pause and breathe. Let go of the pressure to have it all figured out. Instead, lean into the quiet truth that you have everything you need to take the next step. Your inner power is not a distant dream. It is the energy that rises when you stop doubting yourself and start honoring the brilliance that has been there all along. You are powerful not because the world says you are, but because you have chosen to see it, to believe it, and to act from it. That is where transformation begins, inside where your true strength lies, waiting to be fully claimed. Your mind is a powerful garden, capable of growing beauty, abundance, and peace. Yet, like any garden, it can also become overgrown with weeds if left unattended. These weeds are the unnecessary thoughts, the endless what-ifs, the voices of doubt, the comparisons, and the constant noise that does not serve you. Mental clutter is not who you are. It is what you have collected over time, often unconsciously. And the good news is you have the power to clear it, to create space for clarity, creativity, and calm to return. Think about how heavy it feels to carry the endless chatter of the mind, the worries about tomorrow, the replaying of past mistakes, the opinions of others, and the relentless to-do lists that never seem to end. It is like trying to run a race while holding heavy bags in your hands. You may still move forward, but every step feels exhausting because you are carrying more than you need. What if you decided to set some of those bags down? What if you made room in your mind for silence, for peace, for stillness? Eliminating mental clutter begins with awareness. You cannot release what you do not first recognize. Start to observe your thoughts without judgment. Notice which ones repeat over and over. Are they empowering you or draining you? Are they creating peace or stirring chaos? Many of the thoughts that run through your mind daily are not even yours. They are echoes of the past, words spoken by others, fears handed down by generations, or beliefs you once adopted to protect yourself. But you are no longer required to carry them. Once you notice the unnecessary noise, the next step is to decide what truly matters. Your mind is not an infinite storage space. It thrives when it is focused. You do not need to solve everything today. You do not need to keep every piece of information that crosses your path. Ask yourself, does this thought bring me closer to who I want to become? If the answer is no, it is safe to let it go. Letting go is not about forgetting or pretending something never happened. It is about choosing not to give unnecessary thoughts your precious attention. Sometimes, mental clutter builds up because we are afraid of stillness. We fill our days with endless scrolling, constant updates, and non-stop conversations because silence feels uncomfortable. But silence is where clarity lies. In the quiet moments, answers rise to the surface. In the space between thoughts, wisdom whispers. Create intentional pauses in your day. Step away from noise. Put your phone down for a while. Breathe. Let your mind rest without demanding productivity from every moment. Another powerful way to clear mental clutter is through writing. Take a few minutes each day to pour your thoughts onto paper. Write your worries, your plans, your fears, your dreams. Let them all spill out without editing or judgment. The act of expressing them releases the hold they have over your mind. You may discover that what felt heavy was only heavy because it was swirling in your head without form. Once written down, it becomes clear, and what is clear can be acted upon or released. Also, remember that the people and environments around you play a role in your mental space. If you are constantly surrounded by negativity, drama, or endless demands, your mind will reflect that noise. Choose your company with care. Choose the voices you allow to influence you. Your peace is precious and it is worth protecting. It is okay to say no. It is okay to create boundaries. It is okay to prioritize your mental well-being over trying to please everyone. And most importantly, speak to yourself kindly as you clear the clutter. Do not judge yourself for having carried unnecessary weight. We all do at times. Be gentle with your process. Every time you choose to release a negative thought, to forgive yourself, to stop overthinking something that is out of your control, you are creating space for something better. That space is where focus grows. That space is where ideas flow freely. That space is where your true self comes forward. Imagine your mind as a clear blue sky. The clutter is only passing clouds. Temporary, shifting, never permanent. You are not the clouds, you are the vastness behind them. When you eliminate what no longer serves you, the sky of your mind opens wide again, filled with light, possibility, and peace. From this space of clarity, your energy returns. You feel lighter, calmer, more alive. And from here, you can focus your power on what truly matters. Would you like me to now direct your energy toward one vision, into 750 words as well, so it becomes part of a full-length YouTube script? Or should I stitch these expanded points together into one flowing motivational speech for a 30-40-minute video? There is a quiet power in choosing one vision and allowing it to guide your steps. In a world filled with distractions, options, and endless noise, it is easy to scatter your energy in 1,000 different directions. You start one thing and then shift to another. You begin with enthusiasm but lose momentum because your attention keeps jumping. And then you wonder why your dreams feel far away or why success seems to come slowly. The truth is, it is rarely a lack of ability that holds you back. It is the lack of concentrated focus on one meaningful path. Imagine a river that flows wide but shallow. It covers a lot of ground, but it does not carry the force to carve valleys or move mountains. Now picture that same water channeled into a single stream, focused and clear. It becomes powerful enough to shape the land, to generate energy, to transform whatever it touches. Your life energy works the same way. When it is scattered, it is easily absorbed by unimportant things. But when you direct it toward one vision, one goal, one clear purpose, it gains the strength to create transformation. Choosing one vision does not mean you abandon every other dream you have. It means you prioritize. It means you decide what matters most right now and give it the attention it deserves. So often, people try to hold everything at once. Every idea, every opportunity, every invitation, because they fear missing out. But what you truly miss out on is the depth of progress that comes when you commit to a single path and see it through. Mastery is not born from scattering your efforts. It is born from devotion. To direct your energy, first, you must know what you want. Clarity is the foundation of focused action. Spend time reflecting on the desires that truly call to you. What lights you up when you think about it? What makes your heart feel alive? Not every shiny object deserves your attention. Some things only look appealing because they are distractions from the deeper work you are meant to do. Listen to the whisper beneath the noise. Your real vision is rarely the loudest. It is often the quiet, steady calling that never leaves you. Once you know what that vision is, begin aligning your daily choices with it. Every decision, big or small, either feeds your vision or starves it. The shows you watch, the conversations you entertain, the habits you keep, these are not neutral. They are shaping your energy, either scattering it or strengthening it. Ask yourself throughout the day, does this bring me closer to where I want to go? If the answer is no, be brave enough to release it. That is how you gather your energy back from the things that drain you. There will always be noise in the background. Other people's expectations, passing trends, new opportunities that seem tempting but do not align with your deeper path. Directing your energy toward one vision requires discernment. It means saying no to what is almost right so you can say yes to what is truly aligned. It means trusting that your vision deserves your full presence, even if others do not yet understand it. And when you commit, do not expect instant results. Focus is a form of planting. You nurture the soil, you water the seed. You care for it every day, and you trust that it is growing even when you cannot yet see the leaves. Impatience is another way energy gets scattered. You start to dig up your dream to check it is working, and in doing so, you interrupt its natural growth. Stay with it. Let your actions build upon each other. Let your energy compound over time. Great achievements are not born from bursts of energy, but from sustained attention. As you continue on this path, you will notice something beautiful. Your energy begins to feel lighter yet stronger. Instead of being pulled in a dozen directions, you feel anchored. Your mind becomes clearer. Your body feels more alive because it is no longer drained by indecision. There is peace in focus. There is strength in commitment. And there is a deep joy in watching your vision slowly unfold, knowing you gave it your presence. One vision, one step at a time. One steady stream of energy. That is how transformation happens. The universe responds to a mind that is clear and a heart that is devoted. When you direct your energy with intention, you do not chase success, you align with it. It begins to flow toward you because your actions, thoughts, and choices are moving in the same direction. That is the power of focus. It turns potential into reality. Success and transformation are not born in the moments of grand gestures. They are quietly built in the small, repeated actions you choose each day. Your life, as it stands now, is a reflection of your habits, what you do consistently, not what you do occasionally. Many people wait for motivation to arrive, thinking they will change when they feel ready, but motivation is fleeting. It rises and fades like the wind. Rituals, however, create structure, and structure builds momentum. Consistent daily rituals are the foundation upon which focus, growth, and transformation stand. When you wake each morning, you are gifted a blank page, an open space to create the day ahead. What you choose to do in the first hours sets the tone for everything that follows. It is easy to fall into the habit of waking up and immediately drowning your mind in noise, scrolling endlessly, reacting to messages, allowing the world to dictate how you feel before you even rise. But what would happen if you claimed the beginning of your day as your own? A few moments of stillness, a written intention, a deep breath of gratitude. These are not small things. They are powerful signals to your mind that you are choosing how to start, not waiting for life to push you. Daily rituals do not have to be complex to be transformative. They simply need to be consistent. A ritual is a promise you make to yourself to nurture your mind, to strengthen your focus, to honor your goals. Perhaps you decide to write your thoughts for 10 minutes each morning, clearing the mental clutter before you step out into the world. Perhaps you set aside time each evening to reflect on your progress, to release what no longer serves you, to celebrate the steps you did take, no matter how small they seem. It is these small, intentional acts that accumulate, like drops of water carving through stone. The power of rituals lies in their quiet repetition. Think of a seed you plant in fertile soil. If you water it only once and then walk away, you cannot expect it to grow. But if you return every day, giving it what it needs, even in tiny amounts, the roots grow strong beneath the surface, and eventually, new life appears above it. Your mind and your goals are the same. Each time you repeat a ritual that aligns with your vision, you strengthen the roots of your future. Consistency is often where people stumble. They start with energy and excitement, but as days pass, the voice of distraction returns. It's too hard. I'm too tired. It's not working fast enough. But consistency is not about perfection. It is about showing up, even imperfectly. Missing a day does not break the chain. It is the decision to stop returning that does. Be gentle with yourself when you slip, but keep coming back. Each time you choose to start again, you strengthen your commitment. The beauty of daily rituals is that they bring your vision into the present. Instead of your dreams being distant and overwhelming, they become something you nurture each day in small, doable steps. Want to be more focused? Start by dedicating 5 minutes to silence before your day begins. Want to create abundance? Begin by blessing the money you already have, giving thanks for every bit of it. Want to strengthen your body? Move it gently each day, even if only for a few moments. You do not need to wait for perfect conditions to start. You only need to begin where you are with what you have. And as your rituals become habits, they shift something deeper than your schedule. They shape your identity. You stop being someone who wants change and become someone who lives it. Your confidence grows not because everything has changed overnight, but because you begin to trust yourself. Each small act of consistency is a message to your mind: I am serious about my vision. I am capable of showing up for myself. I can be trusted to create the life I desire. Even the simplest ritual done with intention carries a powerful ripple effect. It creates order in chaos, light in uncertainty, and strength where there was once hesitation. Over time, these small acts weave together into something extraordinary, a life built not on chance, but on choice. So, begin today. Choose one ritual that aligns with who you want to become. Keep it steady. Let it grow roots. As days turn into weeks and weeks into months, you will look back and see how those tiny daily choices became the foundation of your transformation. It was never about doing everything at once. It was always about showing up one consistent act at a time. Your energy is precious. It is the force that fuels your dreams, the light that guides your actions, and the atmosphere you carry with you wherever you go. Yet, without realizing it, many people allow their energy to be drained by negativity, by the words of others, by the environments they tolerate, by the thoughts they repeat in their minds. Protecting your energy is not selfish, it is necessary. It is how you ensure that the life you are building reflects your highest self, not the noise of the world around you. Every day, you interact with countless energies. Some lift you, others weigh you down. Think of the people who leave you feeling inspired, calm, or at peace after spending time with them. Now think of the ones who leave you anxious, tense, or doubtful. Energy is contagious, and you have the right to choose which kind you allow to linger within you. Too often, we feel obligated to entertain every opinion, to absorb every emotion that others project, or to engage in conversations that add no value to our well-being. But you are not required to hold space for everything and everyone. You are allowed to step back. You are allowed to protect your peace. Protecting your energy begins with awareness. Notice how you feel in different environments and with different people. Pay attention to the subtle shifts within you. Do certain situations make your shoulders tighten, your breath shorten, your mood darken? That is your intuition speaking. It is telling you that something does not align. The body often senses what the mind tries to rationalize. Listen to it. Your feelings are valid guides. Sometimes, negativity comes not from others, but from the habits of your own mind. The inner critic that replays past mistakes, the constant comparison to others, the silent pressure to always do more. These are forms of self-inflicted negativity. To protect your energy, you must also protect yourself from the thoughts that drain you. Be gentle with your self-talk. Speak to yourself as you would to someone you love. Replace harsh criticism with compassion and watch how your energy begins to heal. Boundaries are another form of energy protection. Many fear setting them because they worry it will make them seem cold or uncaring. In truth, boundaries are a profound act of love for yourself and for others. When you say no to something that does not serve you, you are saying yes to something that does. You are saying yes to your well-being, your focus, your peace. Boundaries are not walls, they are doors with locks, and you decide who holds the key. The media you consume also carries energy. The endless stream of negative news, the constant scrolling through comparison-driven content, the gossip disguised as entertainment, these all shape the vibration of your mind. Be intentional with what you allow into your space. Choose content that uplifts you, conversations that nourish you, and moments that allow you to breathe deeply. Protecting your energy is not about avoiding the world. It is about curating your inner world so that you can show up to life from a place of strength, not depletion. As you protect your energy, you may notice that some people do not understand your shift. They may accuse you of changing, becoming distant, or being selfish. Let them speak. Their reaction is not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to your own alignment, your own growth, your own peace. The ones who truly care for you will respect your boundaries and even be inspired by them. And those who resist may simply be reflecting their own discomfort with change. Protecting your energy also means honoring your rest. Rest is not laziness. It is renewal. A mind that never pauses becomes overwhelmed. A heart that never rests becomes hardened. Give yourself permission to step away from the noise, to recharge, to say, I need time for myself. It is in that stillness that your energy returns, and with it, your clarity. Each time you choose to protect your energy, you are teaching yourself and the world how you deserve to be treated. You are saying, my peace matters. My mind matters, my dreams matter. Over time, this practice does more than shield you. It attracts new people, new opportunities, and new experiences that match the higher frequency you are now living in. The more you protect your energy, the more you have to give, because you are no longer pouring from an empty cup. Life unfolds in its own divine rhythm. There is a season for planting, a season for nurturing, and a season for harvesting, but they are not all meant to happen at once. We live in a world that glorifies speed. Instant results, overnight success, quick fixes for every problem. And yet, the most meaningful transformations are rarely the fastest. They are the ones that happen slowly, deeply, quietly building roots beneath the surface long before you see the bloom. Trusting the process means surrendering the need to force the timing and choosing instead to honor the journey. So often, frustration comes not because you are on the wrong path, but because you are impatient with the unfolding of it. You want to see evidence now. You want the reward before the foundation is set. You want the destination before you have fully learned the lessons of the road. But imagine pulling a seed from the earth because it has not sprouted on your schedule. Imagine giving up on the sunrise because it has not appeared the moment you opened your eyes. The seed was growing roots. The sun was already on its way. Just because you cannot yet see the progress does not mean it is not happening. Trusting the process is an act of faith, not blind faith, but a quiet knowing that every step, even the ones that feel slow or invisible, has a purpose. The setbacks, the pauses, the delays are often the very moments where strength is built, where character is shaped, where the foundation is made strong enough to hold what is coming. What arrives too soon often crumbles. What arrives in its right time lasts. When you focus only on speed, you rob yourself of presence. You become so obsessed with the finish line that you miss the richness of the path itself. Each day holds something to teach you, to strengthen you, to refine you. Each small action is a brick in the structure of your future. It is not wasted, even if it feels ordinary. There is magic in consistency, in showing up again and again without demanding the reward before the work is done. The process is your ally, not your enemy. It is preparing you, aligning you, shaping you. There are doors that have not opened yet, because the version of you who will walk through them is still being formed. There are opportunities not yet ready, because the stage behind them is still being built. If you could see how perfectly everything is being woven behind the scenes, you would stop rushing. You would rest in the knowledge that what is meant for you is not lost. It is becoming. Patience does not mean passivity. It does not mean waiting without action. Trusting the process is about taking each step with intention while releasing the demand to control every outcome. It is about moving forward with faith that your efforts matter, even when they are unseen. It is about planting the seed, watering it, giving it sunlight, and letting nature take its course, knowing that the sprout will appear at the perfect moment. There will be times when the process feels still, almost silent, as though nothing is happening. That is often when the deepest shifts are occurring. Beneath the surface, within your heart, in the quiet corners of your mind. The universe does its best work in the invisible. You are being prepared in ways you may not understand until later. And one day, what once felt slow will make perfect sense. You will see why the delay was necessary, why the pause protected you, why the waiting season taught you what rushing never could. Celebrate the small milestones. Honor the tiny steps. They are not signs of slowness. They are signs of movement. Each one is proof that you are in motion, that you are growing. Look at how far you have come already. Think of the challenges you once thought you would never overcome. They felt endless then, but now they are chapters you survived, lessons you carry, strength you own. The journey is not a race, it is a becoming. It is a refining of who you are meant to be. The process is your teacher, the timing is your ally. Trust it. Let it unfold. Keep showing up, keep doing the inner work, keep aligning your heart with what you desire. Speed will never give you what presence can, a deep, an unshackable knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. And what is meant for you cannot miss you when you are becoming ready to receive it.